What have I learned? What's different? You see, been waiting for this question for 9 years, and then suddenly it appears from someone you don't even think would recognize that you appear to have been on a journey, a different journey from most, they say. You don't fit in. And the reason for the journey was I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in then, although I thought it was possible to fit in then. I thought it was feasible. I thought it was the way to do it, to be like everyone else. And now I learned that it's not that I don't fit in. There's nothing to fit into. There's no one to fit in. It's just a mind game of concepts and ideas. And by all means, don't let anyone tell you that this game is not to be played. It's not to be. It's like the stage show. Everyone's been on stage. Maybe as a child collecting an award. Maybe in some sort of boys' brigade or girls' brigade, doing a little performance. Maybe at primary school, nursery school, singing your last song before you go. So we've all been on the stage. We've all been the actress and the actor. And we've all been the audience. And we've all been those that help direct those that are in the stage. It may be making them tea before they go on, but you are participating in the play. It matters not what you are, where you are, at what time. You'll play every role. So the game is not the problem. It's how the mind perceives the game. First of all, the mind says it's a game. Wrong. First, then the mind says it's not a game. Wrong. Then the mind says, I've never been one of these performing people, nor have I been a helper, nor have I been in the audience. You've never been in an audience to a music festival. You've never been at an audience at a satsang or in church. You've never been an audience watching television. You've never watched television because you are the viewer. You're the observer. And I put on my best shirt for this, so it would be nice if you watched it straight through. Because it's all about you. You see, life is all about you. You can't cope, your mind can't cope with that. Your mind that says, the Bible says you have to do it this way, the Bhagavad Gita says you have to do it this way, teachers say you have to do it that way, parents say you have to do it this way, one parent this way, other parent that way, brothers and sisters, friends this way, that way, always. So you get tangled up in the ribbon of consciousness that you are. Your mind is tangled up. But you're not tangled up, you see. You'll never be tangled up. It's just another part of the game. In the game, we have the learning game, we have the teaching game, we have the experiential game, we have the super game, we have the poor game, we have the rich game. All games. Look in the toy shop, you'll see every game. But it's the same game. It's the same game because you have to know that there is a game. And you that knows there is a game is willing and has taken on board a body to play the game, to be part of the game, or to witness the game. Because the mind is here to reveal in any way it can any aspects of this game. So the game is okay. So with that in mind, I want to leave you with something that is really dear and really made a difference to the process of enlightenment. And it's a little 4-letter word phrase. And it's only beneficial when you're doing the opposite of what this phrase said. The phrase is from the greatest, I think, speaker, the greatest master of awakening. He just died at the end of this, I think 1993 or something, and it's Papaji. And his words, while I was deep lost in the forest, deep in non-duality, deep to the extent that my partner didn't know that I had Alzheimer's, dementia, or was just completely depressed. You can call awakening enlightenment depression. It's a form of change in the brain, a form of change in the body. But the 4 words that saved my life, that I chose to ignore until the 2 words from God said, no more chances. I sent Papaji in. He didn't listen. So now I'm not giving you any more chances. I'm telling you how it is. Papaji's words were the words that I'm going to convey to you. If you're deep in discovery, deep in needs and deep in desires, deep in wants, deep in practicing, deep in methods, deep in religion, deep in spirituality, if you're deep in meditation, you're deep in the satsang hall, I'm going to give you Papaji's 4 words. Call off the search. What? Call off the search. You don't have to search for that you already are. You just have to allow and accept and have trust and have faith that whatever took you here is taking care of you. And that what is taking care of you will take you home. And that is the greatest discovery when you meet God, or when God reveals itself to you. Because when you see it, when you know it, what is there to fear? Because all our lives, for many lives, we've been doubting the fact that there is something that really, really cares about whatever I am. And you know, everything's okay. This one is the master of all masters. God, in its holiness, in its worthiness, in its creativity, in its destruction, in its ways, its methods, its practices, it reflects an image of itself on you. But not the image you see in the mirror. The image that life is. Life is an image of God. So let's watch the mind. Because the mind seems to want to make a pretty bad image. It conveys a negativity on the television screen. It conveys negativity in the newspapers. It contains negativity in the Houses of Commons and whatever you are in your country through governments and politicians. But the negativity is seen through by the most positive. I is God. You see? Not this body, not this mind, but the consciousness that dwells, that tries to convey through a limited mind the love of God, is here and now. It's aware. It's never not here. It's just an idea. Because the game is more fruitful. The game is more enjoyable. The game is not boring. But the game, like any other games, is being controlled by something that is not God. It's not the devil, it's not Satan, it's not negative. It's just some mind that is lost. Stephen Hawking says the Big Bang. Could it be that the light that shines behind that blackness is conveyed from behind that blackness, and it's just conveying what it sees? Not what it sees, what it gives life to. There's a mind here that is lost. It's lost in the light. It's lost from that. It's lost in the universe. It's trying to get home. It wants to do anything it possibly can to get home so it can see God. This mind doesn't know, doesn't even believe, doesn't even hope. It just wants. I demand to see my Father. I demand to see the great God. Anyone gets in my way, they're pushed aside. Because I'm frightened. I'm frightened that everyone gets home before me. And that's how we play the game. I'm frightened I become last. I'm frightened I get voted out. I'm frightened in case they don't like me. I'm frightened because I don't fit in. Well, you see, started off with not fitting in. And it's the same for you. There's nothing to fit into. There's no way you have to worry or fear about getting home. You just have to be here and see it through. See through it, the fake God. See through I, the fake me, until the true I appears. The true I is not separate from God. The true God is not separate from I. Which one are you? You're an immaculate being, trying to be an immaculate human. Which one do you want to err for the side of? Do you want to keep trying to be an immaculate human? Or do you just want to accept life as you are? Absolutely pure, loving, kind, compassionate being. Call off the search. Or you can wait for the embarrassing voice of God when you ignore call off the search. It changes you. You say, oh, Papa Jew, your words nearly, I felt so good. And something says, no, keep going. Keep going. Inside Papa G's words of call off the search are the words of Jesus. Keep going. Your mind is confused. Keep going. Call off the search. What the hell? You kind of err for the side of Jesus. I think even Papa G would accept that. Or Buddha. But you have to face up when you keep going. And God says, one moment, get back. don't waste this body and this mind. Use it, share it, love it, become it, and realize that the whole of this human race, the whole of this human being race, is incredible, worthy, and is being cared for in every moment of every day. Although, within the game, God doesn't see the game. He just waits for those who want to come home. But to want to come home is to search for home. So I say, call off that search too. Accept life as it is. Accept you for what you are. Be you. Be vast, incredible, pure. Be loving. What do you have to do to be all these things that you already are? Just be present. Be in the moment. Or as Ram Dass says, be here now. Or as Muji says, be the awareness that shines, illuminates the world from you. Or as Papaji says, or as this speaker says, be in the moment. Everything is one moment. It's just unfortunate. We have to stop and breathe. So it appears like it's time moments. But that's a trick of the game. God is beyond the trick. Don't puzzle it out. Give it up, surrender it, and see clearly through I wish you all the very, very best, and I love you all. For those that have watched, I'm grateful. I keep saying it's the last one. I keep getting the call, but there's something that says it's not up to you anymore. It's another one's turn. There are many out here. We're all capable of understanding the world. But are you capable of understanding and discovering yourself, your true self, as well as your person self, your human self, your being self, your soul self, your spirit self, your consciousness self, your empty self, your whole self, your dual self, your non-dual self? Are you capable of merging them together to become true? I leave that with you. Namaste. Glad I wore my best shirt.